Yo, check this out. You need to check yourself. I'll see you after these messages.
The lesson I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall or short, or fat or thin, or ugly, or handsome, like your father. You can be black or yellow or white. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the size of your heart and the strength of your character.
Morning, Matt Lubien Vidal from Carnacalistics. Obviously I've been saying for the last couple months, or especially I've been doing a lot of YouTube stuff, just putting down my reflections on stuff, and I've been posting a lot about, or reacting to the current climate, whether it's this pandemic or whether it's the racist situation that's going on at the moment. But what's, I won't say intrigued me, it's more that I'd always speak and keep it real, because that's all I can be. And I would always say a spade's a spade, a bucket's a bucket. And for me, it's some of the black people's, or people of color, reaction to this, and especially when they reflect on their own racial experiences. And for me, it's really kind of sad to see them saying, oh, well, this is how it is. Could you imagine if people like Martin Luther King, or Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and people like those, and Marcus Garvey, all these people said, oh, well, that's just how it is, and it's just how it is. No, it isn't. Wake up. Wake fucking up. If you don't take a stand, it's gonna affect your children and your children. My parents came over in the 50s. And let me make this quite clear as well, that the Caribbean is a part of the British colony, a part of the British Commonwealth. Yeah. And if you want to say, well, it's not really part of England, let's bring this back a bit. White people back in the day fought and died in the army or in the navy in order to have control of the Commonwealth. Okay, so to turn around and say it's not a part of the Commonwealth, you're spitting on your own bloodline, which is, I think, is a fucking joke. So the reality is, no matter which way you fucking look at this, it's a fact that we are all brothers and sisters under the same flag. And for you to turn around and say that it's how it is, or we need to reunite. We do need to reunite. It's a joke. There should be no separation. There is no separation. We're talking about people's lives that died in order for us to be here today. End of period. And if people out there are in this zone saying, oh, we just have to change within the system, what are you doing to make that happen? What are you bloody doing? Good, you're posting stuff. You're putting your point out there. But again, it's just being a part of the chain. We need to make radical changes. Now, I'm going through a process in my life, and I'm reviewing my life and where I go and what I need to do in my life in order to help my culture, in order to inspire those people. Now, if you think about it, right, you're wondering why let me talk about black people. You wonder why black people are so angry. Right. If you was to go to the most deprived areas, for example, even now, and you was to drive through there, back in the 80s or 70s or the 60s, I'm just talking about myself in the 80s, grew up in those kind of environments where the windows had no windows, where there was constant violence, there was constant burning of cars, there was constant anger, there was constant racism, and you're wondering why people are angry. And for people of the other generation who were born in the 90s, who in some ways say, oh, but we got to deal with knife crime and gun crime. No, you need to fucking wake up. You need to fucking wake up and realize that there are people who struggled to make you exist today. For you to be where you are today. You need to turn around and you need to check yourself and realize that you need to be man up and deal with your shit. You need to turn around now and realize that all this shit that we went through, not just my parents, your parents and your grandparents' generation, for you to get to where you are today, and then you're complaining that you're not getting what you want. You need to man up. You need to stand up for yourself. And I'm not talking about violence. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about riots. That's just a fucking stupid way out. This is mean you standing up, influencing, guiding, motivating, standing by each other as a unity, black, white, and Indian. Everybody together. There should be no segregation. So you to turn around and say, oh, you're getting it fucking hard now. Fucking hell, you haven't even seen the fucking half of it. I can tell you some fucking stories that my parents went through, and then you don't even know what fucking racism is, mate. You don't even know what it's like to see. My dad used to say that he used to see bodies hanging, and his granddad used to say the same, right? Hanging from a tree. So you turn around telling me that you've got it fucking hard. Don't make me fucking laugh. You don't even know what it's like to have this stress growing in you, to feel it, to know that at the end of the day, you're raised by people who wanted integration to make one nation, one people, one unity as one, no matter what color, race, or gender you are. And for you to turn around and say, and be violent about it, you're as guilty as the next man. So man up and fucking grow up. Stop being a fucking child. No, you know what? I've held my tongue for far too fucking long. And people to turn around and start mocking people's beliefs and cultures is a fucking joke. And I'm fucking fed up with it. And I don't care what this or what reaction comes from this or who this fucking offends, because at the end of the day, I have a voice, right? We all have a voice. Everyone out there right now is hurting. It's hurt. And for people who are saying that the media is using this in order to disgrace whoever and blah, no, listen, right? And this is, George Floyd was just, it was just enough. No, right? It comes to a time when, enough is enough. George Floyd was just, it's enough is enough. It's enough now. And then when that woman's in Central Park and using her position in order to get what she needed to get is a fucking joke. Is a fucking joke. And to know even today, right, that anyone can call upon the police knowing the threat, if the police turns up, that they can shoot to kill and then ask questions later. You need to think about that. And for everyone who are of mixed race heritage, be proud of who you are. Be proud. Be bloody proud. Because you've got so much to give. So much to give. Now, from time, I've just been sitting here meditating. I don't know where I'm moving forward from here from now, right? And that's me honestly saying. And I'm meditating this. I've been in meditation all morning before work. I've been in meditation all morning. I'm trying to make sense of what this is about from a humanistic and spiritual point of view, and what is my next move or direction. But in time, there will be a direction. And if that direction offends people, I can give a fuck at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, we all need to now stand together as a people. Now, it's not the majority, it's the minority that causing this shit, right? And you need to understand that it's not the majority, it's the minority. And for anyone who needs to start to turn around and start making jokes or jumping on the bandwagon about stuff, they need to look at the wider picture and the impact of what things can impact on other people. So the reality is we all need to start checking ourselves. And it's funny because they goes, why now it's always about black people? Because it's not 1 month, Black History Month. Or at least we've got that, people have told me. No. No one knows. Some black people don't even know about their own history. Some black people don't even know about what inventions black people have created. Some people don't know about what colonies and who we interacted with. No, some black people don't even know what we built. Some black people don't even know who their bloodline is and where they stem from. But they're being given false information telling you that you came from this land where you did not come from. So I'm urging many to the black community to look at your history and find out where you're from. Not from an anger point of view, but to understand yourself and where you're from. And on the flip side to that, for people who have non-color, to look at your history and other people's history in order to see where you're from and where they're from. And actually, let me just add in there, because reason I didn't say that people of color needs to look at just their history, and I'm not saying about like the white history, because we always have been taught white history, not black history. And that's a fact, whether you like it or not. Now, that's all I have to say on the matter. And as I said, I don't know which direction the collective is going to guide me in or where I'm going to go, but I'm really, really at a point where I really want to make some changes and help my community and help people. When I say my community, not just the black community, I mean people who want to unite under one humanity flag, but recognizing that there is a black culture and the richness that we all can get from it. I'm proud to be black. I'm proud of my descendancy. Part of my descendancy is Native American, but I'm proud to be from direct from Africa. I'm proud to be direct from the Apache Indians. Whether you believe it or not, couldn't care. To be honest, you need to find out who you are. Because so far you've just been given some false information about stuff, about what is going on, really. So, all I'm just saying is please just wake up and see what's really out there. So on that note, love and blessings to you all. Stay safe and keep shining. Love from the eternal flame.